My name is Joseph Roche, and I'm an astrophysicist here at the Science Gallery in Trinity College, Dublin. I went to primary school in Dunlavin, on the Kildare-Wicklow border, and I went to secondary school in the CBS in Naas. And I finished school in 2003, and that was the year I got the Naas Credit Union Bursary. When I was studying, I think it was probably the teachers in my school who really encouraged taking part in the Credit Union Bursary Award. It was quite a new award back then. I think it was the second year, and when the opportunity came up, I thought it'd be an interesting thing to go for. And it's actually a wonderful experience. I found that after going through a process like that, it really benefited me whenever I went for interviews in the future. And having the bursary behind me made it so that I didn't have to worry about expenses as much as I would have. It made it a lot more comfortable for me, instead of worrying about things like rent and bills and utilities. Still use my credit union account. It's been really useful over the years, the fact that the account has now become a lot more accessible via online services. So even though I don't get to visit home as much, or I don't get down to Naas as much as I'd like to, I can still manage my account through the internet, which is nice and convenient for me. So then when I started university in 2003, I decided I would follow a career in science, and picked general science at Trinity College in Dublin. So I specialised in physics, and then by the time I was finishing my degree, I had further specialised into astrophysics. An opportunity came along to go to the States to work at NASA, and I did that for a couple of months before being offered a PhD back here in Trinity. So I came back to Trinity College and started a PhD in astrophysics. I used to always say it was my dream job, but I've had to caveat that a little bit in the last couple of months to say it's my dream job on this planet. So when the Mars One Foundation announced that they were putting together a new innovative idea to send people to Mars in 10 years' time, they were basically taking advantage of existing technology, because we know we have the capabilities to put objects on Mars. We've sent probes and robotic rovers there before, but the reason we've never sent people is because the technology doesn't exist to bring them home again. We have no chance of figuring out at present how to bring something back from Mars. The return trip is always the most confusing part, and it just, at the moment, represents an insurmountable obstacle. So the Mars One Foundation were quite innovative and new in their approach, and decided, why not look for people who would go to Mars but be comfortable with staying there and not coming back. And their idea for a one-way mission to Mars is something that I think kind of captured the imagination of a lot of people. I think if I did go to Mars, life would be quite difficult there. Well, I guess one of the things that I get asked most frequently is, am I crazy? And my answer to that is, come the end of the month, I'll have a definitive answer, because as part of the process I have to undergo a full psychiatric evaluation. So the idea of sending people to Mars on a one-way mission, it sounds crazy because it is. It's a almost ludicrous idea, but because we've never done it before, and perhaps if it's a success and if it turns out to be the right thing to do, then it could be the platform on which all future space exploration missions are built. So during the 8 years of training, every 2 years we have 6 months at a time where we'd be in complete isolation with 3 other people, just to see how we deal with that. I would advise anyone in school to take the challenge of applying for the bursary, because it's not often you get this type of challenge. And throughout my career, I've found that taking on challenges, especially when I think the odds are against me, or perhaps I don't have the best chance at being selected, or if it's a competition, winning it, then even if I'm unsuccessful or if I fail, I learn a lot about myself in the process, and it only makes you stronger and better prepared for the next challenge you face. I think as well, if you're applying for the bursary, it almost sets a precedent. You're about to finish school, you're about to start university, and it's good to get into the mindset of taking on challenges, because you never know where those challenges will lead, and maybe one day you'll end up applying for a one-way mission to Mars.